I've been thinking a lot about surrendering lately, and the surrendering I'm referring to is surrendering to all that is. I believe that there's a reason why we're all still here on Earth, and that Earth is still functioning the way it is. It has been over billions and billions of years. And that is because the universe, God, the Creator, whatever you want to call it, has a plan for everything. And that plan is so harmonious that everything coincides within it. It's interesting to look at our lives and think about how much we let our preferences dictate our reality. What I mean by that is we all have likes and dislikes, but it's the way we react to those likes and dislikes, whether it's in a reaction of gratitude or if it's in a reaction of disgust and lack and just not wanting anything to do with it. I think the biggest revelation for me has been noticing my reaction to my likes and dislikes, my preferences, if you will. You know, there's things that come up in our lives that we may not like at first, and we act and react a certain way towards it. And I guess there's really two ways you can go about that. You can react, and most of the time that might be negative, or you can just accept what is and just surrender to the plan that has always been in the works. Like earlier today, I came out here to do some hiking, and while I was driving down this road, I ran over a piece of wire and I got stuck in between the chassis of my car, and it was all coiled up in there. And this is a very small and minor example. I know there's much more serious issues, but this is just an example. I could have reacted very negatively to that and been annoyed with it, but instead I caught myself, took a couple deep breaths, I accepted what was going on, and I just went about it. It's pretty simple, really. It's a very fascinating subject to me because it's so simple, but we've been so programmed to kind of look at our lives in a different light, if you will. I know some of these theories or these stories can feel esoteric and maybe too wishy-washy spiritual for some people, but I urge you to try just letting go of your circumstances, if you can. Whatever might happen to you throughout the day, there's an opportunity for you to just release and let go and catch yourself in that moment and breathe it out, acknowledge what you're feeling, and then surrender to what is. I think you can look at this on two levels when something happens. There is the physical plane, the actual problem that's going on, right? And then there's the mental plane, what you're feeling about what's going on. You can't always control the physical plane. I understand that. There's things that are going to happen that might be out of your control sometimes. But the way you react to it, the emotional, mental plane, is always in your control. And that's what's so amazing about our human minds is we have the ability to think as we want and feel kind of what we're thinking. It's amazing what a couple concepts can do for you. And if you can just go throughout your day practicing it once or twice and doing it more and more over time, I promise you, you'll start to feel better. A really big issue that I've had over the past couple of years has been trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my life. No, I've felt so lost at times, and I'm sure many of us have felt the same way, and maybe are currently going through that. But now I realize, what if I was never supposed to know? And what if this whole time, everything was really out of my control, and all I had to do was sit back and enjoy and actually live the life that I was placed here to live? I spend so much time in my head being so hard on myself, thinking about what I'm supposed to be doing, who I'm supposed to be kind of valuing and modeling my life after. Who am I disappointing? What are my parents going to think about me? What is society going to think about me? Am I fitting in with society? You know, there's so much mental noise, so much mental clutter. And this isn't to say to, when you surrender and let go, to completely forget about your mind. The human mind is one of the most powerful tools we have. And I think instead of forgetting about it, come to terms with it. Process what you're thinking, feel it, acknowledge that it's there, and then learn to work with it instead of shooing it away. But if there's one thing that you can take from this video and walk away, maybe knowing that you learned something, the universe is a very special and ethereal place. There's no way you'll ever know exactly where your life is going. So the best thing to do is just to relax and to surrender to what is.